Next record came out on Armada. Actually came out like 2 weeks after or just before Runnin' came out for Low Stepper on Armada as well. So I'm not sure if that was a schedule error there. Santi came out, the track was called What Would You Do? But what was really cool, they had an awesome like down-tempo chill remix from Pablo Nouvelle, which just sort of like rethought up the record and pitched my voice down and made it moody and really, really deep. That's done nearly 2 million streams, that version, and it's just like super cool. And he sort of plays with my vocal in and out. It was really clever actually how he did that, because he took my vocal and then, you know, he played with the pitching down effect and my original key and sort of like interwove them on the record, which was super clever. Next track, this is a dirty one which I love, which also needs to be remastered because it's like distorting on Spotify. That is Deeper for Tyla. That came out on New State Records. That was just super cool to write. I wrote it with Boy Matthews, who I've written a couple of tracks with, who you'll know is an incredible songwriter and singer. He sang Ocean Drive and wrote Ocean Drive for Duke Jamont. And we did this record called Deeper.
Tonight I'm feeling dirty for ya.
And it's like super sexy on the vocal, like I just sang it like holding it back.
Oh, go deep tonight I'm feeling dirty for ya.
But what was super cool was the DJ Q remix, which ended up on Pure Bassline compilation, and that was just, that was dirty. DJ Q. Yes. Next track I want to talk about is Watermat. I did a record with Watermat when in the studio. I was really excited to work with Watermat because I feel like as a producer in dance music, he is super inspired in his musicality and what he puts in the records, and it's so fresh sounding and light, and there's so much energy in the music. So I went into a studio session with Watermat and we were sort of working together and played through something. I wanted to write something which was really hopeful and inspiring, as my voice was everywhere with Duke Jamont and Second City, and I was feeling, you know, like lots of mixed emotions about where I was at with my career and what I was doing. And I'd been reading a lot of like universe books and things to try and like focus and pick me up. So wrote the lyrics for Won't Stop, which is, you're never far from the place you want to be if you focus on thoughts that keep you close to your dreams. We've all been through times that we find that we've lost our way. The beauty and knowledge is you're never far from that place, and we won't stop.
The beauty and knowledge is you're never far from that place. Is we won't stop.
And then also the Bob Sinclair Cube Guys remix of Won't Stop for Watermat ended up on the Beatport dance charts, which was really cool as well. That's a track you might have heard around Ibiza or whatever, but didn't become a massive radio hit, but was a really cool record. I think that record has done like 1.5 million streams so far. Next one I want to cover is You Got a Friend, Mix Mash record label for Inpetto and Johnny Bravo. The vocal on that one, again, this is my vocal production that I sent off, although they only used one part of my BV line which sort of weaves underneath, so I personally don't think the BVs make sense, but they loved it how it was. So this is what happens when you write songs. You got a friend, the tagline on that was, yeah, you got a friend in me, but I don't want to be friends tonight. And that came out on Mix Mash. Cool record, that. Wicked drop too.
Yeah, you got a friend in me, but I don't want to be friends tonight.
Yeah, you got a friend in me, but I don't want to be friends tonight. No. Another couple of records that came out that time: Miracles for Cages, Say You Love Me for Revive Us, David Penn's Slave, which was on Spinning Deep, and again that's kind of like cool and subtle and like deep and relaxed. Do It Well for Roger Sanchez and Mike Varley, which I wrote with my girl Alex Mills, who's an absolute boss. Big up Alex Mills. You can check out all these records on my Yes I Sang It playlist. They are there, so go and check those out on my Spotify. Push Rhythm for Vato Gonzalez. That's another track that I wrote, and I kind of do like a spoken vocal thing. It's one of 2 records I did for Vato, who's super cool. If you've been to ADE and you want to go to a night, you need to be at Vato Gonzalez's night, Dirty House. It's sick. Big shouts to Vato. The video for that record is super cool. It came out on Hell Deep, Push Rhythm, and that's like me doing a kind of spoken vocal vibes.
And pull. Push. And pull. And push.
You can check that out. Last one I want to look at is another record that I really love, Never Be, for Tim Mason and Capa, written with Sean Mack and Dom Louis, who I absolutely love. Most recently, the record I wrote with them, actually we wrote it around the same time, but it's only just come out, is What They Call Love with Fabish and Ferdinand Weber, so go and check that out. And we wrote this record called Never Be, and it's about never being lonely. Bit of theme there for from Won't Stop for Watermat, and then Never Be for Tim Mason and Capa. And again, it's just like seeing someone that you feel like's going through something, and you just want to let them know that they're never going to be on their own. You must have someone in your life that you feel like you can say never be lonely to, and that's that record. My favourite lyrics in that are: trust yourself and see how far you go, legacy begins with great unknowns. Just awesome couple of lines. Sean Mack is an amazing writer, and it was just so great to write something for dance music which also had like a deeper lyrical message in it. Obviously we want to hear things like get your hands up and let's all have a party time, but also something which just kind of uplifts and inspires and makes you feel good in a, you know, another way. And Never Be Lonely, we also did an acoustic version for that, which is online, which I also really love.
You can risk everything you started. Play with fire and you might just lose it all. But you'll never be lonely.
So that was a bit of a different one this week for You Know My Voice series. I just wanted to cover a couple of the records. Well, actually, I think there was about 14 records there. But you can check them out on my Yes I Sang It playlist, and also my Writing Credits playlist on Spotify, which has a lot of the records on there that I've written or co-written. And then I think next week I'll take it to More Than Friends. So thanks for tuning in. Big love, guys.